What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to Electro Drive News. The pace of change in the automotive world is absolutely relentless, and we've got a packed show for you today with updates that you simply cannot afford to miss. Get ready, because the future is arriving faster than ever, and we're here to break it all down for you. From trending social media conversations sparking major consumer debates to significant shifts in sales and the dramatic evolution of iconic automotive lines, this is the pulse of the industry. We're diving deep into what's making waves right now, and you'll want to be in the know. So buckle up, stay sharp, and let's get started with our top stories that are shaping the road ahead. First up, we're heading to TikTok to see which electric SUV is capturing the hearts and the clicks of a new generation of drivers. Is the sleek design of one model winning over practicality, or is the other the clear choice for a solo journey? We've got the inside scoop on this viral debate. Then, we're looking at the numbers, because August just shattered records for electric vehicle sales. What's driving this surge, and what does it mean for the market as we approach a major deadline? We'll break down the impact of those federal tax credits and what manufacturers are saying about the road ahead. Plus, get ready for some big news from the world of performance cars. Two beloved, legendary sports car nameplates are officially being retired, but don't despair. Their electric successors are just around the corner, promising a whole new era of driving excitement. And finally, we're examining the strategic maneuvers of a major EV player navigating a challenging market. What does a significant financial move mean for their survival and their groundbreaking technology? Stick around, because all this and more is coming up right now on Electro Drive News. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Pretty car, pretty choice. A TikTok star weighs in on Chevy's electric SUVs. Why this matters? As electric vehicles become more mainstream, understanding consumer preferences, especially among younger demographics, is crucial for automakers and buyers alike. This viral TikTok discussion highlights real-world decision-making for EVs. Carissa Beebe, a TikTok user known for her automotive content, has ignited a conversation about electric vehicles with her recent video comparing Chevrolet's Equinox EV and Blazer EV. Beebe, who is in the market for a new car, shared her thought process, expressing a clear preference for the Blazer, calling it so pretty. This personal endorsement, shared with her followers, has brought attention not only to these specific models, but also to the broader question of whether EVs are an ideal choice for young, single women. Her decision-making process, driven by a desire for technologically advanced vehicles, reflects a growing trend among consumers looking to transition to electric mobility. She highlighted that EVs can be a love-it-or-hate-it topic, acknowledging the diverse opinions surrounding electric car adoption. Beebe, who currently drives a Mazda 3X, found herself unexpectedly in the market for a new vehicle and was particularly drawn to EVs due to their perceived technological advancements and positive word of mouth. The comparison between the Equinox EV and the Blazer EV touches on key considerations for any car buyer, especially those prioritizing safety, practicality, and cost-effectiveness. Chevrolet's EV lineup, with features like the standard Chevy Safety Assist package, which includes forward collision alerts, automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane keep assist, and auto high beams, aims to appeal to drivers who value safety and reliability. These advanced driver assistance systems, coupled with strong crash test ratings, are significant selling points. Furthermore, the lower long-term maintenance costs associated with EVs due to fewer moving parts and the convenience of home charging present compelling advantages over traditional gasoline vehicles. Studies suggest EVs can be up to 40% cheaper to maintain, offering substantial savings over the vehicle's lifespan. However, the discussion also acknowledges the inherent trade-offs. EVs typically come with a higher initial purchase price compared to their gasoline counterparts, and charging infrastructure remains a concern for many, particularly those without easy access to home charging. Road trips also require more meticulous planning to account for charging stops, which are inherently longer than refueling a gas tank. When comparing the Equinox EV and the Blazer EV specifically, the differences become clearer. the Equinox is generally the more affordable option, offering a slightly larger cargo capacity with the rear seats up 26.4 cubic feet versus the Blazer's 25.5 cubic feet. However, the Blazer offers more maximum cargo space when the seats are folded down 59.1 cubic feet compared to the Equinox's 57.2 cubic feet. Range is another critical factor. The Equinox boasts an estimated 319 miles of range, dropping to 285 miles with all-wheel drive. The Blazer, starting with all-wheel drive, offers 283 miles, but a rear-wheel drive configuration extends this to an impressive 334 miles. Ultimately, the Equinox makes a strong case for value and efficiency, while the Blazer appeals to those seeking more power and flexibility, provided the higher price point is manageable. Viewer reactions on TikTok were varied, with some praising their own Equinox EVs and others offering stark warnings against non-Tesla or Porsche EVs, with one user simply advising, buy a Tesla. But will the allure of a stylish EV win over practicality for everyday drivers? Next, we're examining a surge in electric vehicle sales that could be directly linked to a ticking clock on government incentives. August EV sales surge as federal tax credits wind down. Why this matters? This sales spike illustrates the significant impact of government incentives on consumer adoption of electric vehicles and signals potential market shifts as those incentives expire. August marked an unprecedented milestone for electric vehicle sales in the U.S., with industry insiders reporting a record-breaking month. This surge is largely attributed to the impending expiration of federal EV tax credits at the end of September, prompting a rush of consumers to finalize purchases and capitalize on the financial incentives. General Motors, a key player in the EV market, reported its best month ever for EV sales, with over 21,000 electric vehicles sold across its Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC brands. GM President of North America, Duncan Aldred, highlighted in a blog post that the company remains the second-largest EV seller in the nation, trailing only Tesla. Aldred anticipates that September will also see strong demand as the September 30th deadline for the federal tax credits looms. However, he cautioned that the market is likely to experience a downturn in the subsequent quarter following the credits' expiration. There's no doubt we'll see lower EV sales next quarter after tax credits end September 30, and it may take several months for the market to normalize, Aldred stated. He further predicted a smaller EV market for a period and emphasized that manufacturers will need to avoid overproduction. In anticipation of this market adjustment, GM has already begun scaling back production of certain EVs at its Factory Zero plant in Detroit, a move that has resulted in over 300 layoffs. Aldred believes that other manufacturers, particularly those he termed marginal competitors, will also reduce their product offerings and plans, which should help alleviate the overproduction and aggressive discounting that has characterized the market recently. This strategic scaling back could lead to fewer discounts for consumers in the long term. However, some industry analysts suggest that if EVs remain unsold on dealer lots for extended periods, manufacturers might be compelled to offer discounts to clear inventory, potentially benefiting future buyers. The interplay between consumer demand, manufacturer strategies, and government policy continues to shape the trajectory of EV adoption, making the post-credit landscape a critical period to monitor. As sales figures fluctuate with policy changes, another sector of the automotive world is undergoing a radical transformation. Get ready for the electrifying reinvention of some of the most iconic sports car legacies. Iconic sports cars retire, electric successors gear up for launch. Why this matters? The discontinuation of beloved internal combustion engine sports cars and their planned EV replacements signals a significant shift in performance automotive design and consumer expectations. Porsche is bidding farewell to two of its most cherished gasoline-powered sports car models, the 718 Cayman and Boxster. Production has ceased for new orders, though remaining stock is still available for purchase. This marks the end of an era for these iconic vehicles, but the discontinuation is paving the way for their highly anticipated electric successors, slated for debut next year. Porsche CEO Oliver Blume confirmed in 2022 that the electric 718 lineup would follow the automaker's existing EV offerings, the Taycan and Macan EVs. Initially expected by the end of this year, the launch of the new Cayman and Boxster EVs has been postponed due to delays in software development and battery sourcing. Porsche had originally planned to manufacture the electric versions at its Zuffenhausen plant alongside the current combustion engine models. However, this plan has been revised, and despite earlier rumors suggesting an extension of 718 production, high-ranking sources within Porsche have indicated this is not the case. The luxury sports car manufacturer has recently recalibrated its EV strategy, opting for a more flexible, multi-energy approach. This adjustment is a response to slowing EV sales and a dynamic market landscape, leading Porsche to announce that it will no longer pursue in-house EV battery production, instead focusing its resources on research and development. Meanwhile, Audi is also retiring popular models as it pivots towards electrification. The A7 and S7 will be discontinued after the 2025 model year. Audi confirmed that while the RS7 will continue into the 2026 model year, the ICE A7 will be rebranded as the A6 TFSI. The electric variant will adopt the A6 e-tron name, retaining a sporty liftback design reminiscent of the outgoing A7. This strategic shift by both Porsche and Audi reflects a broader industry trend where automakers are adapting their electrification plans to current market conditions, balancing the push for EVs with the continued demand for their established internal combustion engine vehicles. The decision to phase out these beloved sports car platforms highlights the accelerating transition towards electric powertrains in even the most performance-oriented segments of the automotive market. While some automotive giants are phasing out beloved models, others are making bold financial moves to secure their future. We're turning our attention to a significant strategic maneuver by a luxury EV maker facing a challenging market. Lucid Group executes reverse stock split amidst EV market turbulence. Why this matters? This financial restructuring is a critical move for Lucid to regain compliance with stock exchange listing requirements and potentially attract new investors, signaling the intense pressure faced by EV startups in a competitive landscape. Lucid Group, the luxury electric vehicle manufacturer, has recently implemented a significant financial maneuver, a 1-for-15 reverse stock split. This strategic decision, effective as of June 2024, aims to boost the company's per-share trading price and ensure compliance with the minimum bid price requirements set by the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Companies must maintain a minimum bid price to remain listed on major exchanges, and Lucid stock had fallen below the $1 threshold, putting its listing at risk. A reverse stock split consolidates existing shares into fewer, higher-priced shares, thereby increasing the price per share without altering the company's overall market capitalization or the total value of an investor's holdings. This move is often seen as a necessary step for companies facing delisting threats, though it can sometimes be perceived negatively by the market. Lucid's situation underscores the immense challenges faced by many electric vehicle startups in the current economic climate. The EV market, while growing, is intensely competitive, with established automakers rapidly expanding their electric offerings and new players constantly emerging. High production costs, supply chain complexities, and fluctuating consumer demand add further layers of difficulty. Lucid has been working to scale its production of its flagship Air sedan and is preparing for the launch of its Gravity SUV. However, achieving these production goals while managing significant operational expenses and intense competition requires substantial capital. The reverse stock split is a defensive measure intended to stabilize the company's stock performance and improve its financial standing in the eyes of investors and lenders. It's a critical step in Lucid's ongoing efforts to secure its long-term viability and continue its mission to deliver high-performance luxury electric vehicles. The success of this strategy will likely depend on Lucid's ability to execute its production plans, manage costs effectively, and differentiate its products in a crowded marketplace. Analysts are closely watching how this financial restructuring impacts investor confidence and the company's ability to secure future funding rounds. The broader EV market continues to evolve, with companies needing to demonstrate not only technological innovation, but also robust financial management to thrive. As companies navigate financial waters, we've covered everything from viral car reviews to market sales trends and the future of performance vehicles. Stay tuned for a quick recap of all today's top stories, and make sure you're subscribed. That's all the electric news for today. We saw a TikTok star debate the merits of Chevy's Equinox versus Blazer EVs. August shatter EV sales records thanks to expiring tax credits. Porsche and Audi bid farewell to beloved sports car models while teasing electric successors. And Lucid Group enact a reverse stock split to navigate the challenging EV market. If you found this episode informative, please smash that like button, subscribe to Electro Drive News for your daily dose of EV updates, ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single video, leave a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.